Welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about an introduction to diatonic enclosures. So what the heck is a diatonic enclosure? Well, first of all, we got to talk about what an enclosure is in the first place. So an enclosure is just taking a chord tone and playing above and below it, right? So if we were in the key of C major and we wanted to surround the chord tone, we might play something like, or if we're going to surround the root. You've heard that a lot. You've played scales in thirds that maybe sound like. But when we're improvising, sometimes we want to be able to have the ability to extend the lines like we've talked about before and do it in a manner, in this enclosure manner. So it's one of these kind of bebop isms kind of things, one of these just decorations, one of those things that you want to practice, make sure you can do in 12 keys. And today we're going to do it in C major. So first of all, making sure that we can play through our C major scale. Let's play that up and down. Sounds like this. And back down. Now I just made a little exercise to practice going up and down, surrounding the chord tones or enclosing the chord tones. So you could do it just with 1, 3, 5, 7, if you want to think about an arpeggio, right? C major 7. But what we're going to do is do it with every chord tone. 2, 3. Rather than playing it the same way back down, I decided we could flip it around so you could practice enclosing in both ways, meaning starting from underneath or starting from above. 1, 2, 3. At first you might just be like, well, that just sounds like a major scale. It just sounds like scales in thirds, which is true, but we're setting up chromatics, which is coming later. These enclosures, the ideas of enclosing these chord tones. So like I said, you could just enclose the chord tones. But with this, you get an enclosure around every single chord tone. Now, it didn't sound very improvisational. It didn't sound like something we would necessarily play in a line when we're doing it slowly like that. But the rhythm is oriented in such a way that the faster you play it, the more it's going to sound like a jazz phrase. Right? Something like that you've heard. If I was just thinking of language, it's very, very useful just in having that knowledge of those thirds, how to surround those chord tones. So you can see just different ways that I'm using those enclosures. But so this exercise should give you at least 2 ways to start practicing your enclosures. Apply them to 12 keys diatonically, meaning don't add any chromatics. We're just practicing doing it in the key. When you're feeling comfortable with that, then we'll move over and head to the land of chromatics. So happy practicing. Thanks for being here. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. So glad that you're here. Make sure you go down below, grab the PDF for the exercise from the store, and it's free, so you might as well do it. See you in the next video.